Some news at this hour. DMK MP TKS Elangovan has insulted Hindi, says Hindi converts us to Shudras and it is no good for us. Soon after this controversial comment, India Today reached out to the MP of the DMK who remains unrepentant, refusing to apologize for his very, very controversial comments.
இந்தி எதிர்ப்பு இந்தி என்ன செய்யும் என்றால் நம்மளை சூத்திரனாக்கிவிடும். முதல் ஒன்று, இந்தி நம்மை சூத்திரனாக்கிவிடும். இந்தி எந்த நன்மையும் நமக்கு செய்யாது. ஏன் இதை கேட்கிறேன் என்றால், இந்த மாநிலங்களில் இந்தி அந்த மக்களுடைய தாய்மொழி இல்லை. வளராத மாநிலம்னா மத்திய பிரதேசம், உத்தரப்பிரதேசம், பீகார், ராஜஸ்தான், இந்த இன்னும் இப்பொழுது புதிதாக பிரிந்த 2-3 மாநிலங்கள்.
Here's what the DMK MP said when we confronted him about his comments. We just play out that reaction of DMK MP TKS Elangovan, who's made a very, very controversial statement, saying that Hindi is a language of underdeveloped states. If we learn Hindi, it's going to make us Shudras, is what he said. Adopting Hindi would make people Shudras, and that would be good for no one. Referring to Hindi as a language of underdeveloped states, naming a handful of states as well, where he says it's a language that has been used in Rajasthan and UP, in Bihar, and these are underdeveloped states. Using this language would make us Shudras. Here's what the DMK MP had said when we confronted him about his comments, refusing to apologize.
You have said that those who speak, if you speak Hindi, you will turn into Shudras. What do you have to say about that comment?
That is what has happened in this country. In the south of India, we have seen what Thiruvalluvar said was all men are born equal. There is equanimous society. This society south of India is an equanimous society. Only after infiltration of the North Indian language, which carries Manu Dharma with it, it had made us Sudras. The class difference in Tamil Nadu, in the south of India, had come only because of a northern language, because the concept of Manu Dharma is northern. It has nothing to do with the people in the south of India. It is an equanimous society. Thiruvalluvar had said that Pirappokum ella uyirkum, all men are born equal. So this society was spoiled by a language which had come from the north. So if Hindi is imposed on us, once again it will confirm that the class difference has to stay in the south. We are against it. Dravidian model is against this class consciousness.
So you're firm that if you speak Hindi, you will turn into Shudras?
No. If Hindi is imposed, it will also bring the culture of the north along with it. That is what I meant. I'm not talking about the language. If Hindi is imposed on us, Hindi will bring the culture which it carries to us, and it will confirm what is happening today.
Pramod was just in conversation with the DMK MP. Pramod, wanting to protect one's linguistic identity is one thing, and making these casteist remark is something else altogether. Elangovan, the very, very senior leader of the DMK, really has crossed the line, isn't it?
Well, we tried confronting him. We did ask him many times, actually, because here we very clearly mentioned that Hindi speakers are offended. But he's only trying to provide us one explanation, claiming that he is not speaking about Hindi speakers, but only the language Hindi, which definitely is borderlining insulting. And that's the reason we once again asked him. But he's very firm in whatever he said, and that is that if Hindi is imposed, it will bring Manu Dharma, and along with it, class verification, and along with it, this is how he claims that if you speak Hindi, you will turn into Shudras. And the only kind of explanation he's trying to provide is that before Hindi, there was no class differentiation below Vindhya mountains, and that's what he's only giving as an explanation. We tried asking him again. We told him that Hindi speakers are offended, but he's very firm that if Hindi is imposed, the speakers of Hindi here will become Shudras.
You know, Pramod, he's also imposed his opinion about Hindi-speaking states like Rajasthan and UP being underdeveloped because Hindi is a prominent language there, and refusing to apologize. We'll of course keep